Hello, beautiful people of the internet and bots. Um, Today I want to talk about gratitude. I made a list. It's Monday. I'm trying to start this week better than last week. We're just making little adjustments here. Um, so I made a list. I think full sentence journaling and gratitude letters are great, but sometimes the extra energy to put in a full sentence, it's like too much. It's the start of the week. Let's just go easy. So I've made a list of things that I am grateful for currently in this present moment. Before I get into that, I'm going to go very quickly over the 8 things to tell yourself in the morning from Mel Robbins' podcast. 1. Today is going to be a great day. Something cool is going to happen today. No matter what happens, I can handle it. An exciting new chapter in my life is starting today. I need to give myself more credit for how hard I'm trying. I'm allowed to be a work in progress. If I keep showing up, life will reward me. And 8, I have an important contribution to make to the world. So, that out of the way, let's talk about things that I, myself, currently am grateful for. It has been raining a lot lately, but every once in a while the sun comes out. We're happy about the sun, but we're also grateful for the rain because, as Buddha had mentioned, rain is a blessing. And when you haven't had rain for a while, especially if you're aware of how food and life works, it's not great. You need rain for living things. So we're grateful for sunshine and rain, as annoying as both of those can be in too many doses or too much at once. We're loving our crazy hair today. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it's a Monday, whatever. Making progress with my sourdough. I'm getting obsessed with my sourdough. This is the 5th sourdough I've made. The first one I said was a 4 out of 10. The second one was a bit better, maybe like a 5.5. Then for some reason the third one slid back and it was again like a 4 or 5 out of 10. Because we've been sort of like adjusting and trying new things. The fourth one was very incrementally better than the all previous iterations. We did try to do proofing in the fridge, turned out to be a really good thing. So now the 5th one I'm very happy with. I made a bigger batch, so I was able to give some away, and I won't have to be as stingy with it. I can just eat as much bread as I want. So that's very exciting. And it's got little like holes in it. It's not dry out. Yeah, we're getting there. We're making really good progress with the sourdough bread. So we're grateful for that. It's a learning process. It's also something productive to do and think about that keeps the week. It's like a weekly process. It keeps it all sort of like, you know, together. What else? Just having hot water. Oh my god, we had a few times where the hot water wasn't working, and even just in general, a lot of people don't have even running water at all. And I can just have like a hot shower, hot bath whenever I want. Amazing. I had a hot bath the other day. It was really nice. Thinking about getting maybe some Epsom salts, but we'll see. What else? Positive content on the internet. I have been trying as much as possible to not be on my phone scrolling Instagram or YouTube shorts and wasting hours on like little nothing things that generally provide no information and only are there to waste my time. However, there are quite a few good things that you can get on YouTube and Facebook and wherever else. And before I get into that, I just want to mention when I don't have data on my phone and I only have internet whilst on Wi Fi. This has happened a few times in the last few years because I'm moving around a lot in my SIM card, whatever. Um, what I started doing was when I'd be out and about without any internet, I'd be in my notes with a list of things that I'm going to look up, send, whatever, once I'm back online. And you can still sort of draft texts or emails whilst offline, and then you just have them sort of sitting there saved, and then once you get back online it kind of like self sends them. And even though that's like very annoying, especially when people are trying to contact you, the positive benefit was I was making a list of the things that I needed to do once I had the internet. So when then I got back to somewhere or found like a restaurant with like a Wi-Fi, I wasn't just wasting it on scrolling and whatever. I was immediately getting all the things done that actually were very useful, because the internet is a very positive and convenient thing. So I've been starting to do that again. I've been making like lists of things that I want to do online. The day before, like at night or in the morning before I pick up my phone and start getting lost in, you know. And it doesn't all need to be like immediate, whatever, emails, messages, stuff like that. Some of it is just like, okay, if I'm gonna watch something, I'm gonna think about what I want to watch before I get in the app and just start watching. So obviously I have subscribed to a lot of channels, but you know how it works. So positive content. Jay Shetty, haven't watched him in a while. He's got some really good content. He does a lot of long form podcast interviews with people who aren't necessarily always experts, I would say, because he does a lot of celebrity interviews, and I get it. Fine. I'm not as interested in those, but sometimes I do watch them, and sometimes there is some value. But also with some very like smart people, really good, really good interviews with Jay Shetty and good content generally. Gary Vee. I've been a fan of Gary Vee for a long time. He obviously has a lot of content about advertising and social media, which a lot of which I'm only vaguely sort of caring about and not really in the business space. So, but a lot of general stuff, really good stuff from Gary Vee. I just love his attitude and his straightforwardness. Mel Robbins, obviously, I've been very obsessed with her recently. That is a great podcast. Always something good there. Lisa Nichols, she has been I've been a long-term fan of hers. She's got great books. She's got great exercises, even, especially. So not even just going to watch her videos, but going to her website and getting like some of her exercises as like a something to do, like very good and helpful things to get your mindset like in an actual specific direction, in terms of not just goal setting but like mental cataloging, sort of like looking at what you've been anyway, whatever's been going on, cycling through garbage through your head, trying to get that out and getting past through. Who else? Other people who are not just mindset people. There's a guy who I think it's called Chair Fit Camp, and he does exercises that you can do while seated. Some of them are geared towards seniors, obviously, but some of them aren't. A lot of them like weightlifting and like all this stuff, and it's like if you're just sat there on the sofa anyways, you can still like do some exercises. So if you feel like it's too much effort to get up, which is fair enough. Sean Stevens, I've been a fan of his for a while. He's got a really interesting health podcast, and he gets really into the nitty-gritties of very specific scientific things, and it's very interesting. It's a good like way to keep your mind sharp and interested in health and the environment and stuff like that. Definitely recommend. Yoga with Adriene has become very popular, I think, over COVID. I've been using her yoga videos since before, but really good channel. There's obviously like 1,000 channels that are similar to that now, but I really like her vibe. And Also, one recently that I got through the Mel Robbins podcast was Dr. K, who is a gamer. He does a lot of stuff on Twitch. I don't do Twitch, but I assume he does videos on Twitch and then also puts them on YouTube. Dr. K, otherwise known as Healthy Gamer, and I think he's a psychologist or psychology, I'm pretty sure. And he talks about like mindset stuff and like speaks with specific people or addresses questions that people write in about like ways to positively change your life. Some of them specific, some of them general, and yeah, some really good content there. So I'm obviously grateful for that. The only last thing, oh right, I have this book. I brought it for the video. I don't know. I've been reading this. My mom sent it to me. It's about this guy that gets into ocean kayaking in British Columbia in Canada. She did also send me a book that was about a charter fishing company, which was really good. But I finished that now. I'm onto this, and I sort of have a pile of books that I have on the ready. So I've been trying to read a bit more. I think it's better than, again, oh, yes, and then of course, obviously, the last thing, all my friends and family, specifically my husband, he has been very supportive, even though he's very disappointed that I'm going to be leaving for 6 months. But we kind of knew I would eventually need to leave because of the ongoing things that are not allowing me to stay and work here because of immigration. So, yeah, he's always like there, supportive, making me food, giving me head scratches. We're, I think, very supportive of each other, so I'm very grateful for that. And yeah, that's my little gratitude list for the moment. Things are going good. We're slowly improving. Every once in a while we backslide. But that's just how it goes. You gotta get up again. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep moving. You gotta keep walking. I've been doing my steps. I have missed a few days, but we're not worrying about that. Every day that I do it is a win, and we're not gonna dwell on the days that I don't do it. But I've been getting much better about not just mindlessly scrolling first thing in the morning all morning. I think I've been getting some things done, and that's it. That's all we can hope for. And I hope you're doing well, and